Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Juliet. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how I recreated this lovely sheep dress. Here is my fabric. It's folded into two. I have two of them, one for the front and one for the back, using the biggest measurement, which is the hip measurement, divided by 4 plus extra 1 inch of ease and another 2 inches for allowance. For the length I'm working with, I added extra 2 inches to that. I just used the entire length of the Ankara and then left the rest for the same allowance. So here now, placing them on top of each other, I am marking the waistline, that is the half length. I added extra half inch to that, and then I'm marking the hip line plus extra half inch, that's 24 and a half, and then the length of the dress plus another half inch, such that when we join the shoulders later on, it's going to cover up and not make our dress shorter. So here now I'm marking the shoulder measurement divided by 2, and then I'm marking the armhole, which is 8 inches. I'm marking the shoulder divided by 2 down here again, so I get a straight line, and then using my ruler, my armhole curve, I am curving the armhole, as you can see. So next time marking 2.5 inches, I initially marked 3, but if you're sewing for a bust that is less than 39, then you make it 2.5 for the neck width. So I went back to mark 2.5 because I'm working with a bust of 34. Then the neck depth is 3 inches. So from the shoulder I mark 3 inches down, like so. I'm marking 2.5 inches again to connect to the top part. Then I went ahead to make a curve. For the back neckline, I am marking 1 inch for the depth, and the width is the same, 2.5 inches. After that, on this line now, I'm marking the bust measurement divided by 4 plus 1 inch of ease, and then I marked extra 2 inches for allowance. The same for the waistline. I marked the half length round divided by 4 plus extra 1 inch of ease, and then another 2 inches for allowance. On this line here, I marked the hip divided by 4 plus 1 inch ease, and then I marked another 2 inches of allowance, and then I took that same measurement on the hip to the hem of the dress. Using my ruler now, I'm connecting all these points together, as you can see. After that, we are going to go ahead and cut. So give this video a like if you're enjoying it so far. I will appreciate that. So here now I'm cutting the back neckline. Make sure you cut the back neckline first, and then the armhole. I am also cutting the sides, as you can see. Now after cutting the sides now, I'm going to notch the half length point, and then from there I will measure 7 inches and notch again. That is where the inseam pocket is going to sit at the end of the day. So after this now, we're going to fold away the back piece and then cut out the front neckline, as you can see. Next, we're going to go cut lining pieces for the two pieces, both front and back. I'm also notching the length like so. That's same allowance is going to fold over the lining. Here now I am marking the pocket. Here's the piece for the pocket, so I folded it into 4, just a scrap piece that's folded into 4. So at this point I made a mark, and then from there I marked 9 inches, which is going to be the width of the pocket, and then I placed my hand just to measure it, and then I made a curve round, as you can see. After that, I went ahead to cut out, as you can see. We're going to have 4 pieces in total, so I have 2 here, right sides together. I marked half inch on both sides like so. So we're going to go sew from that half inch all the way around, and then stop at that half inch as well. Here is the fabric we're going to use for the panel in front. It's folded into two. It's about 9 inches here on fold. So let's say half yard in total, and then the length is as long as the length of the dress. So I place the front piece on top of this piece. Now I'm going to trace out the neckline like so, and then the shoulder. After that, we will go ahead now and mark 3 inches from the hem of the piece all the way to 8 inches from the shoulder. So we're marking 3 inches from the folded end in. Then when we get to that point, we'll make a curve to the shoulder like so. So if you measure from the shoulder, it's about 8 inches down from where that curve started. So next I'm going to be cutting this shape out like so. So now I'm going to place this on the right side of the front piece, because we're going to be stitching that down. So I'm going to place it like so, making sure everything is aligned and in place. Next we're going to go fold the raw edges in, and then we'll take this to the sewing machine and top stitch, folding all around like so. We'll do the same thing for this other side. Now after top stitching this on the front piece, we're going to place the lining on this right side, and then we're going to sew the down part. So we're going to sew the lining the right side on the hem of the dress, and then on the neckline we came down by 4 inches, and then we made a V like so. So we're going to sew that V, but we're not going to sew the neckline because we'll be adding a collar later on. So after sewing the V, now we went ahead to cut that out, as you can see, and this is also the down part that we sewed to the right side. Turning it over to the right side, now we're going to iron this place so that everything is flat and smooth. After that, this is what the front piece is looking like so far. Next we're going to go join the back piece, the lining to the back piece. So we're going to place the lining on the right side of the back piece. See that the lining is shorter than the main dress. So I'm going to place the lining on the right side like so, and then go sew using half inch. That's on the down part. On the upper part, we're not going to be sewing like I said. We'll be adding a collar to that, so there's no need to turn the neckline. After that, we'll be placing the front and the back piece together, right sides facing each other. We're going to go join the shoulders and then the sides. But while joining the sides, when we get to the point where we notch for the pockets, we are going to backstitch tightly. After joining the sides, this is what we have. We're going to turn it over to the wrong side now. Make sure you iron before you do that. So the points where we made the notches, those are the points where we made the notches. So we're going to be losing off the space in between, and then we'll place the pocket piece right side to right side only on the seam allowance, and then we're going to sew. So after loosening that place, there's going to be a crease, so you just follow that crease. We'll do the same thing for the second side. Next on, I'm going to be fixing the collar now. I folded the neck into two, and then I'm going to measure all the way around so we know how many inches to use for our collar. So here I got 7.5 inches for the round neckline. So my fabric here now is folded into two. So we're going to be marking 8 inches. So fabric unfold. Now I was working with very little fabric, so I just folded it this way. We're going to be joining this other side. So I marked 8 inches in. Then we are going to get the middle of that 8 inches, which is 4 inches. Next I will mark 1 inch up, 1.5 inch rather, which is the height of the collar. So 1.5 inches all the way, and then we're going to mark 1 inch up at this point, and then at the top line again we'll mark 1 inch up, and we will connect both points to the midpoint. So from down you come up 1 inch, from the upper line you go up 1 inch again. Next off, I am cutting it. As you can see, like I said, this fabric should have been on fold, but since I didn't have enough to work with, I am going to be joining it at this other end, and you will see that in a bit. We're going to place it again on this fabric and cut out the same shape. Next up, we are going to be ironing a lightweight interfacing on one of the collar pieces, not two, just one of them. So I'm going to place this gum stay over on the wrong side of the collar, and then I will iron and cut out. Please, if you're yet to subscribe to this channel, this is the time to do so. Thank you. Please click on the subscribe button down below. After ironing the gum stay, now we're going to join this side. I already made a mark, so we're going to join that side like so, and then we are going to, after joining them together, we'll now have one long piece. So we're going to place the other piece too on top, so at the upper part, and then the sides like so. And this is what we have for the collar. Next we're going to be joining it to the neckline, so we're matching that midpoint to the center back, and then I'm sewing from the inside. So I'm placing the part without the gum stay on the inside of the neck like so. Then we're going to go sew round. After that we will turn it to the outside and then push the raw edges up and fold over like so. We'll take it back to the sewing machine and top stitch, and that is it for how to make this shift dress. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Please like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Thank you so much again for watching, and bye.